Hey, Peace World. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Kind of just continuing to talk about some cycling. Again, you can Google best of weather gloves, best of shoe covers, uh, best of riding tights, whatever category you want to check out about cycling is Googleable. Shout out to Nori. You can Google it and find all kind of articles. And then always you can go check on GCN for something more specific and technical. I'm just a first year cyclist enjoying myself and just talking about cycling. Hopefully, there's some other people out there that are considering alternative ways to get fit or to just pick up a new pastime, a new hobby or interest or whatever. And for me, that's been cycling. So coming out of a pretty good spring and summer, experience with cycling, having a lot of gains, losing some weight, getting stronger as a cyclist, having some amazing experiences. As we moved into the fall and the winter, it's like, what do I do? Where do I go with this? And so something I've been doing the last couple of weeks was making a decision of was I going to return return to the trainer. Last year I bought a dummy trainer as a lesser informed person. I bought a dummy trainer for a few $100s, and I got on that for a few weeks, and then I found out you need a trainer tire, and by the time I got it all, and then I needed a way to tell my speed. What's good, man? Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing, Jelly Bean? I ain't seen you in a while. But yeah, I had to figure out a couple of things there, and by the time I got it all together for the indoor training, it was time to go back outdoor. So this year, though, I know a little bit more. I know more people, and it's like, what am I going to do for the quote-unquote off season? What I'm figuring out is there really is no off season if you don't want there to be an off season. So I'm trying to ride outside as much as possible, despite the fact that, we're heading towards fall and winter. We're already there. So what I've done is, I bought some articles of clothing to add to the mix, kind of expensive there. And then also I realized that I need some more accessories for my bike in the form of a headlight. So you probably can't see it on here on my cockpit on my bike, but I had to get a headlight. Right now I don't have the tail light that I want. That's another expensive purchase. So I'm kind of waiting on some holiday sales to see if I can get 25, 30% off maybe. We got Black Friday coming up next Friday. So I'm gonna sit tight and see about the purchase that I want to make there. But just yesterday, I added my headlight. And with cycling, you get what you pay for. And you can buy a bunch of cheap stuff, and you might have to buy 2 or 3 or 4 cheap things before you find a solution. So I bought this $100 item from Garmin. It's the UT 800. They have 2 versions, an urban version, and then the other one might be mountain biking. One of them comes, I think, with the strap that you can put on your helmet. I think that might be for being out on a mountain bike. If you want to put the light on your helmet because you're looking left to right, you got more stuff going on a mountain bike trail or whatever. So I think that's the one with it comes with a band or whatever that you can put on your helmet. Mine is underneath I have a combo mount for my cycling computer. And I ain't endorsing Garmin. You got all kind of manufacturers out here for headlights as well as for cycling computers. I just ended up going towards Garmin. I don't get no money from them, so this isn't really me endorsing Garmin. You got plenty of choices there. But with my head unit, my Edge Fit 530 being Garmin, it was an easy decision to go with a Garmin headlight. So that's why I have the UT 800. Now, You need a headlight in the wintertime, because by the time most of us get off work, for those of us that haven't joined the Great Resignation for one reason or the other, by the time you get off work, it's probably dark outside. So if you can get around your neighborhood without a headlight, because you have good lighting in your neighborhood, street lights or whatever, you can do that. But your neighborhood might not be conducive to what you're trying to do with your workout. So I needed a high quality headlight to get out of my neighborhood and maybe hit some country roads briefly, and then get back into town. And then there's certain areas in my town where I want to ride. But to get to those different areas, I got to cover some different terrain where I need to be seen, and I need to be able to see where I'm going. So that's why I went with this UT800. You can pair it with your cycling computer. It's got like 6 different functions on there: a high beam, a middle beam, a low beam, flashing, and then like strobe, I think. All of those affect the length of the battery, the life of the battery. If you have it on a constant beam at like 800 lumens, I think it's only going to give you like an hour and a half of light. So you go down to the flashing feature, I think that gets you to 6.5 hours. But obviously, if it's dark outside, flashing, you might miss some things. So you kind of got to make a decision there, But if it's below 40 degrees, below 35 degrees, how long are you really going to be outside? That's kind of up to you. But last night was the first time that I took it out. I wasn't able to figure out how to pair the light with my cycling computer until I came back home and had to Google some things. The instructions that were in the box really didn't tell you. It's a trick to it. You have to get the light to go to. It has a light, indicator light on there, and if you get that to purple, that's when the Bluetooth or the ANT Plus signal is sending out so that it can be detected by your cycling computer. Again, you don't have to pair this to a Garmin head unit. I believe you can do Wahoo. If you're a Wahoo fan, one of their products, I think you can pair it to them as well. So now I do have it paired to my cycling computer. So one thing that I'm looking forward to checking out on tomorrow night's ride is, depending on the speed that I'm going, the light will increase or decrease its brightness according to how fast I'm going and then what time of night it is. If you have a Garmin or any of the cycling computers, they probably shift over to a different kind of viewing as it goes to night. It'll switch to say if you start riding out at 5 o'clock and it's sunlight, 7:30, the sun goes down, the screen will change so you can see it at night. So similarly to that, it's gonna make some changes with the with how it changes the power on the or the brightness on the headlight. So like I said, last night was the first time I rode with it. I was very comfortable with it. I saw everything I needed to see. I felt like I was being seen by traffic. I think you can run into a little issue with the headlight when you are going towards traffic, like on a two-way street or a residential street. The light might actually affect the vision of the oncoming car. So you might want to throw your glove down there in front of it really quickly, or just consider that person you might be blinding them or affecting their vision. So that's something to consider. But other than that, the light was great. I'm looking forward to getting out on the country roads. If I can get out onto my bike right at 5 o'clock, I probably got like 25, 35 minutes of I don't know if it's really sunlight, but daylight, where I can hit a little loop out on the country roads and get back into my neighborhood, or get on the other side of town and still mix it up a little bit and feel safe out there, feel like I can be seen. Now, previously, the past 2 or 3 weeks when I was getting out to the country roads, I was really pushing it because not having that light and needing to get back to my subdivision before it was just too dark to see. So I really had to make sure I could get back to where I needed to get to and still be able to see. Because, being out on the country roads without a light is just not a good thing. So the other thing before I get on off of here is just, clothing. Again, clothing is expensive as hell. But, there's a number of different ways that you can go. I think the one solution that that was a good buy for me, a good purchase for me, was right now. Like I said, these people don't pay me no money, but just because you rocking with me, I buy a lot of Pearl Izumi stuff. Right now, Pearl Izumi, if you go to the website, they actually have a sale going on. If you buy a jacket and some tights, you can get 20% off of both there. But what happened was that actually saved me. I was able to save about $150 on what will pretty much be my winter kit, because one way you can save $100 roughly is if you go between just some pants with no chamois in them versus going with pants with a bib on them and a chamois. I decided to go with just the pants, just the bottoms. And there's no chamois, there's no pad in them or nothing. Those were the cheaper ones, but they get the job done. With me buying that headlight, it was a decision for me to make my money go farther. So I went with the bottoms. It's gonna be your preference. The bibs, one benefit to the bibs that I see automatically is the pants that I got. I'm wearing them over my cycling shorts. Some people like to wear them under the cycling shorts. I read an article. It's preference, It's not like somebody gonna pull up on you and tell you to stop and change your stuff if you have them over or under. It's your choice. I'm going with it over. It just seems better that way. You make sure that I do keep the chamois that's in my cycling shorts. That's up against my ass, so that's why I'm doing it. But the pants, no problem with the temperature. I've been out as low as 32 degrees. No issue whatsoever on the, the wind or just the temperature bothering me. Perfectly fine. The only thing that I ran into was the waistband on the pants. I got an extra large and it's a little loose. I don't really know if I'm no large. I think I'm still a little too big for a large. So I don't know. But the pants, it affects me in terms of when I go to get up out of the saddle, if I'm going up a hill or if I just want to pick up some speed and get on it a little bit. The waistline is bothering me a little bit. But in the winter, I'm really not out there for speed. I'm kind of just out there to continue to maintain. So if I do encounter any hills, I have no problem just staying in the saddle, and just kind of muscling my way up the hill instead of getting up out of the saddle and trying to use that to go up. And plus, I don't have any hills around me that are like 10% or more on the incline. So it's not a real problem for me. Again, if I would have went with the large, a size large on the pants, I think I would have had other problems. So that's something to consider. If you want to get with the bibs that go over your shoulders, that's going to keep the pants up on you. That's also going to make sure that no wind is going to be hitting your back, your exposed back. But I got layers on and whatnot, so, I'll make it work. But next year, when I have less items that I need to buy, maybe I'll go with the bibs then and get me, a set with the pants and the bibs. So other than that though, man, one thing, on a couple of videos, I was wondering, asking myself out loud, do I really love cycling? Is this just something? Is this just a little phase I'm going through? I don't know. But what I'm finding out and being out here in the cold weather the last couple of weeks, I think I do love cycling. And I think right now in this country, we got a big thing going on with personal freedom. You know, isn't this a free country? I should be able to do what I want to do here. All these different types of. I just heard Floyd Mayweather coming out with in support of Kyrie Irving with his decision about not to get vaccinated. And, you know, Mayweather was talking about it's a free country. Can't you do what you want to do here? We see Aaron Rodgers with his stuff. I'm not trying to get political. What I'm saying is, what I found about cycling is that it's extremely liberating for me. I know you can go over wherever you want to go in your car. You got to mess with them gas prices and whatnot. But for me, I'm just finding that I just love being out on the road, doing my thing. I ain't bothering nobody. Ain't nobody bothering me. You know, I ride 25 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles. You know, the bike only moves if I pedal it. It's quiet. I even lost a headset recently, and you know, I haven't even replaced it so I can listen to music while I'm riding. I'm just out in the world, just riding and just enjoying the hell out of myself. So yeah, I think I do love cycling. Again, I'm down 50 pounds in my body weight, so that's been another benefit. And I've seen my improvement in my speeds, my average speeds, my endurance, the distances that I'm riding. Just all of that stuff has really been off the charts. So it's been very it's just been enjoyable. So like I said, moving into the fall and the winter, I don't want to lose all of that. So I know some people, you know, they don't like certain temperatures. They don't like being in the wind. It is a lot of laundry. It is more laundry trying to, you know, keep a base layer, a jersey, maybe a long sleeve jersey, your jacket. You got headgear, gloves. What else? Like I said, you got on a pair of cycling shorts as well as a pair of a pair of tights. Last night when I got back, you know, all of my stuff was pretty soaked. So, I got to wash 5 or 6, you know, items of clothing and whatnot. It was probably too soaked for me to get 2 rides before washing my gear. So I can see that being a problem. But hey, it is what it is. Other than that, let me get on off of here. You know, I'd be interested, you know, for anybody that's considering getting involved in cycling next year, holler at me. If you are a newcomer yourself, whatever you might be whatever experiences you might be having, or whatever your challenges you're facing, whatever breakthroughs you're having, you know, feel free to holler at me in the you know, in the comment section. Also, you can check out my cycling page on Instagram. It's at flats_domino for Fats Domino, the piano player. Flat tires, flat areas on the land. So a little play on words. But the other thing that I did want to hit on before I got off of here was you know, if you look on Instagram and you look at some of the cycling clubs on the East Coast, Southeast, Southwest, hell, even down everywhere but where I am, basically, you just see a ton of clubs with great turnout, with good participation. You know, every time they have a ride, it's a dozen or more riders, 16, 18 riders, 20 riders, men and women riding. You might be in a location where you just don't have that type of turnout. You don't have that type of engagement. And I was hollering at this brother on Instagram yesterday who checked in with me on a few things and was asking me some questions. You might have to motivate yourself. You know, you might have to ride with some people that you didn't think would be your circle of people. You know, I got a lot of, I have several 55 to 73-year-old white cats that we text each other quite a bit right now because that's who's riding. And that's who I'm riding with. You know, that's who my riding partner is here and there. But you gotta keep it real with the people who keep it real with you, right? So I make it work. Again, I'm here in Dayton, Ohio, and we don't have that type of interest in cycling, but I can't let that stop me. So that's things, you know, you can get on Instagram and make connections there. Maybe you can make some connections locally. Maybe you live where there's a sizable or thriving cycling club community. You can get involved with that. Maybe you got to get on Zwift and make connections there with the virtual riding. I don't know. But, you know, if you tend to like it or love it, you know, you'll figure it out and you'll stay on your bike. So me, I honestly don't have what I would like. But in a couple, especially the brothers that's on the thumbnail with me, I got who I need. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 or 3 guys, and then maybe another 2 or 3 cats that I know that show up here and there, or are available or willing here and there, and you make it work. But again, like I said, I was just talking about the headlight, getting my cold gear together. I'm taking steps to make sure that at any given moment, when I want to get on 2 wheels for 25 minutes, 35 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, I can get out there and do what I need to do. It's just like going to the gym, you know, Planet Fitness, or a mom and pop gym around the corner. If I want to go, I get out there and go. So anyway, that's it. Let me get on off of here. My lunch is up. Again, you can check me out on Instagram on my cycling page, at @flats_domino. DOMINO, and I got 2 more items coming today to kind of complete my my kit, my cold winter kit. My last 2 things that I'm adding, so I'll probably come back on this weekend or early next week and talk about putting it all together and going from there. So that's it. My name is Will. Let me get on off here. Pay me no mind. Sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Maybe I'll see you on 2 wheels one day. Peace.